How you guys doing? This is Martin coming at you. You know me from my series on how to pay off your car loan in 36 months without giving up Starbucks or being cheap. Well, today I see some of you are looking at my 2016 training where I talked about how I paid off my car loan in 17 months. I see some of you are also even working on my body pump recovery workouts. Those are good. Basically today they have these new little protein candies that I've been eating. So instead of eating like they used to have the Mike and something cookies, I've switched over to this. It's helped out a lot. And then I've like the last 2 weeks I've probably had the best workouts I've had in about a year. Bad problems and all kind of stuff, man. Aging and having to move, selling the house. I had a house for 10 years, sold the house. Then I moved into my first apartment last year for a year, and I had to deal with the barking dogs, car alarms going off. I mean, I felt like I was back in the South with the barking dogs. They go, get the little white dog, get him out of here, get his ass out of here. And then the other dog was a black dog. He was probably saying, you gonna let another one in? Come on, I want to be the only one. So I had to deal with that. Even had a dog across the street barking, saying, get him out of here. Get him out of here now. No, there are a lot of black people. There's like a lot of black people in San Bernardino. If you like before, not to leave the subject, but man, I feel like, boy, it's like the hood again. That's why I moved out the hood, to kind of get a little separation. Now where I live at, I'm like back at home. What happened? I guess that's progress. Brothers are moving up. They want to get out the hood too. I can't blame them. So it was funny. Last night I watched Last Boy Scout do you remember The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans? That was like his first movie that he got started in. That's a good movie, man. But it just shows you the power, like when you hear me like publishing and putting out stuff. That just shows you the power of this. Like, you have to just keep putting stuff out there. Like, some of you see some of my videos and you give me a big 0. It's okay. It's still out there. It means sometime in the future, someone like you've gone back and looked at eventually the 2014 things had zeros. I have people watching more of my 2014 material when I used to ramble, sit in my kitchen, talk. Then now when I have like more money, I have more successes, living in like the best apartment in my unit. You guys listened to me more when I was broke, man. What's with that? But that's okay. That was some good stuff, though. I used to ramble, but now I'm sort of trying to work on more of your belief system now, because I'm like 51 now, and I know how the world has just changed, and I'm trying to like help you realize like you can be successful. But it's okay if you want to have the luxury car and stuff, but just don't have the luxury straw living in the hood. Or don't have a car and let me see you dropping off your wife at Blockbuster. Oh, I guess what got me going today, this guy dropped off his wife or some girl he's sleeping with at Blockbuster. Maybe he had a kid with her. And he's waiting in his car like until she goes in. And I'm just looking at this guy. I'm like, these sorry motherfucking guys are just useless now. Your ass should be the one waiting, she should be dropping you off, and you should be going in and make the money. So I'm just looking, I'm like, girls will just take anything now, man. That's why I just like the divorce rate is so high. I mean, I'm like, come on, man. You're going to send your wife to go to Best Buy. That place is probably going to close down in a year or two. You need to be working double, tripling your stuff, having your wife stay home. Honey, let's work on our own retail business or something instead of me dropping you off and pretending like I'm going to keep you safe while I'm in my warm car and you're standing in 50-degree heat waiting on someone at the Best Buy to open the door. That just got me going. I mean, some of these guys are just pathetic. And also, let me go at it. Now when I'm on it, let me go. For all you people that have dogs in apartments, you guys are idiots. I was watching this guy walk the baby and walk the dog. I know his wife hates his ass. She's like, this sorry son of a bitch got a dog. We already have a kid. Now, I'm not only got to clean up the shit from the kid, I got to clean up the shit from the dog. So she kicked him out the house probably to get some space, and he walked around the apartment complex. And I'm sure he's the one who wanted the dog. Oh, let's get a dog, honey. And I saw another lady. She had these 2 big dogs, putting them in her Lexus SUV. And then she's picking the dog up. I was like, You don't get in the car, dog. I'll drop you off in the middle of the freeway. Let's see how fast you work then. I mean, but come on, man. Dogs do not belong in apartments. If I was an apartment complex, I'd never. If you wanted a dog, I'd charge the same amount for the dog it is for the person. Can you imagine? I had dogs. I've raised German Shepherds. Those dogs pissed and pooped everywhere. And no, I'm not going to walk my dog around the neighborhood and pick up after him. I just like looking at these dogs. They kind of walk. Then they stop and they're like, look at this. They just like, then they look at me and say, look at this fool, man. You gonna pick up my piss. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Pick it up, boy, pick it up. I'm like, you right, man. You own him. Okay, hey, send him over here to me. I have him clean up my apartment, man. That's my rant about dogs. So, hats off to you dogs that make your owners pick up after them, because they're the big, because you own them. They are the dog. They're your slave, because they're stupid. Because if I pissed, I mean, I'd be like, whatever. Just do not have dogs in an apartment. I will rant on that later, but I just like looking at the dogs and their masters pick up their stuff, and they do it with pride too, and they have little scoopers. I'm like, the dog is like, look at this fool, man. He's probably like two paychecks from being on the street. So, but today's theme is, I want you to just go back, look at my material, how I paid off my car loan in 17 months. Go back and look at how I paid off my student loan. It was up around $93,000. Now it's down to $32,789. Go back to even looking at some of my 24-hour rants where I was like working going to the gym, and I'll go back and look at some of the stuff where I actually was a black belt for a while and taught classes and all kind of stuff. But going back to the last Boy Scout, Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans are still around even today. They just show you, like, you just have to just keep putting stuff out. It is literally, it's going back to the dog analogy, where the master's picking up what the dog's putting on the ground. Basically, it's picking something up and throwing it against the wall and seeing if it sticks. Bruce Willis has been doing that for years. I can't remember the guy. It'll come to me. Will Smith. Martin Lawrence was the comedian. Now he's in the Bad Boys 3. Martin Lawrence hadn't did anything for the last 4 or 5 years. He kept putting stuff out there. Something hits. So I know some of you are giving me zeros on some of the stuff I'm talking about. But sooner or later, maybe not you, but someone will come after you and say, man, that guy's still around. He's still publishing. He must know something, because he's been in business longer than most businesses. Hey, he's been making tapes longer than I've been able to keep a job. Maybe here's something I can learn from him. So that's the theme for today. Is like, you just got to keep putting it out there, Sooner or later, it'll come back to you. But don't worry about it coming out back to you. Put stuff out there so people can learn. That's the theme for today. And if you're a guy dropping off your wife to go to work in 50-degree weather or below, shame on you. And if you're a person picking up after your dog and your dog looks at you after he's putting his stuff on the ground, you are a fool.